It's a little bit later, I know, on this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, as they call it. The day where everybody goes crazy and starts buying things. Well, I had to go and see if I could film some interesting scenes. And so I got up at 5 o'clock down to Champaign, Illinois, which is approximately a half hour away. And I got strapped a camera to my chest and I just started shooting video. So I got there in my car, still kind of dark. I did go into Walmart, as you can see by some of these pictures here. That's kind of black, but that these aisles are pretty empty from what I expected. I actually expected quite a few more people to be there than were there, but that's okay. It wasn't a madhouse, and therefore, no, there wasn't going to be any altercations most likely, and people weren't going to be getting into fights, and that was a good thing. So I did walk down the aisles on Walmart and tried to catch the joy of Black Friday and people blowing money on things that they don't need, on material things that all go to the grave or go to somebody else when you die, or somebody else gets to dispose of the junk that you leave behind. In any case, once again, the aisles were pretty empty at Walmart as far as what I had expected. The department that was probably the busiest was probably the electronics section. Um, there were people looking for vacuum cleaners. I did see that there. Other than that, the toy department even wasn't that packed, at least at 6 o'clock in the morning. Maybe everybody just had a great Thanksgiving and they were not looking forward to going to blow money on this wonderful day. But I did pick up a small little tiny gift here. Um, One that I will just kind of leave unknown for now, but I did pick up something. And I did take it out to the checkout line where there wasn't actually much of a line at all. As you can see, all the self checkout stands are empty except for an employee messing around with one there. So everybody was busy blowing money or trying to things to buy or spend money on. And so I just wrapped things up here at Walmart. Got my little $8 item as soon as I could figure out where my wallet was because I had a hard time getting my wallet. And then I just took off out to the parking lot and decided to go see what was happening at the next location here. So I'll see if I can fast forward. La 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 la. Here we go. Someplace here. All right, so here we are at Target. And I thought, well, maybe Target will be a busy place. So I walked inside the store, and I think it might have been a little bit busier. The portion of the store that was clogged the most in at Target was, believe it or not, the toy section. And the busiest aisle was the Lego aisle, believe it or not. So I didn't know that many people were looking at Legos, and that Legos was the thing that would be the staple that everybody had to have on that special Christmas gift list. But I did walk down a few aisles, and it wasn't really that packed here. I did pick up a white elephant gift or two for an event coming up. And thought that would be the things that I got would be okay. I'm not going to say what they were because then they wouldn't be a gift and they wouldn't be secretive. But you might be able to figure out what they are from these pictures, but probably not. In any case, so as soon as I was done with Target and made my purchases there, I made my way out, spent my $28, and then I headed off to the next spot, Macy's. Macy's in years past has been a staple, I thought anyway, for people buying things. And so this is where I bought my red suit last year. And so I thought, well, maybe they'll have something like that. I did look at this one shirt here and I thought about buying it, but I saw these jackets on the way to checkout and I thought, hey, maybe I got a cool suit here that I can pick up. So I went to the dressing room and guess what I decided to get? Let's see here if I can find it. I think it's this one. Bam, there it is. That's a suit that I picked up at Macy's. It's black with some gold stuff on it, and it turned out to be a pretty nice suit, and my wife happens to like it when I brought it home. So that was cool. And I was getting hungry at this time, so I called my wife and said, I think I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat breakfast. I go pick up my dry cleaning, um, head over to Kohl's and see what they got there. So I headed over onto McDonald's, got the number 2 Artery Clogger breakfast meal, which is the egg with sausage McMuffin, a hash brown, and a medium orange juice. Now, the orange juice is probably the better part of the meal because it's got lots of sugar in it. But this is the artery clogging meal that I chose to get today. And, an egg McMuffin. I mean, they taste good. I'm not so sure. I think they said that they're known to raise your blood pressure for like 2 hours if you eat one of those things. But, that's what I had for breakfast. And it went down okay, and I was satisfied with my breakfast. And then after breakfast, I headed on over to Kohl's. And at Kohl's, I did actually a live Facebook feed here. And this is where I went and looked for a blue jacket to match my blue pants. So this is the jacket that I was trying on, and I thought it was pretty good. I think it'll match my blue pants just fine. I don't know how many guys on a morning show will talk about clothing. It's not like I go for shopping for clothing very often in my life. It's probably a rarity, but guys do shop once in a while, and sometimes they do have some pride in the things they buy. But this is on Facebook. I do have the link below if you want to go watch this Facebook live video on me shopping at Kohl's. And I even went all the way through the checkout line and everything. And let's see if I can get this part here. It's not unmuting for me. I don't know why. Stop. Huh. Well, it doesn't seem to want to unmute. So, all right. My guest chose to mute it. But in any case, I spent my, I think it had the total on there, $109. The lady behind the checkout counter found a coupon, which I didn't have, which got me an extra 15% off of Kohl's. And who doesn't like a deal at Kohl's? Plus, I got $30 Kohl's cash to give to my wife or somebody else on that particular visit after Christmas. So that's what I did today. Now, I know this wasn't the traditional morning cast with the Myles Revolution, but this is what I did, and that's why I didn't do my normal early broadcast. So if you're watching this later, you probably didn't miss anything. So don't feel left out. But I did go ahead and see what the world was up to as far as shopping goes in the good old city of Champaign. I hope that today goes well for you on this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and that you can recover from overeating and that you recover from visiting people overload and being gone all day if you were one of those. We were one of those people who happened to have been at our house pretty much for the most part of the day. And so for us, it was kind of, a good day. But we must move on. So I have Amazon work that I have to do today. And I did a bunch yesterday morning so that I could kind of be caught up when it came to me wasting time in Champaign as I went to see what the ruckus was all about in the city of Champaign. Happy Friday to you all, and may your flowers bloom even in the winter.